is here. Are you see?
Good to see you. Yeah, we have been meeting at different conventions. Yeah,
Sure.
so it's
Yeah.
good to see you again.
Yes, same. We have found
Yeah,
memories.
morning.
Yeah, good memories. Yeah.
Good morning, good evening, everybody. I am Vijay Keval Ramani, the India Division President of the India USA ICC. I welcome you all for the ICC meeting. I now hand over to Dr. Sams to conduct the proceeding. Thank you.
And thank you very much. Thank you to everyone that's here. We'll have many more joining us, and we have new people that are with us in this special session as well. But this is the India USA ICC. We have this very special program called the Pathway to Peace Walk, which is following the 23 Gandhian peace sites. But what's transforming this entire effort is the planting of peace poles, which we'll be going over, and the peace groves, so that we have a natural sanctuary around each of the peace poles, which are world famous. And we're going to expand this greatly in India through this peace walk. And we have key people here that are part of the task force and also the advisory committee. And we're going to go ahead and start off. We're going to leave the introductions to the end, which is a prerogative I'm going to take, so that we give everybody a chance to introduce themselves, to be photographed, and also to be recorded. But we want to go ahead and get started with Rajendra. Rajendra and I met in Singapore. This was the first day in the House of Friendship, the Peace Center, and they were trying to close everything down, and Rajendra shows up, and the guards were yelling at me to get out of there, and Rajendra was there saying, "Hey, I represent the Gandhian ashram, and I've heard about your peace walk, and we want to be involved." So Rajendra, I'm going to turn it over to you, and you have about 5 minutes or so, and share with us about the exciting event that you spoke at over this last weekend for the district, and any other news that you may have. Rajendra, and introduce yourself formally.
I am Rajendra Nagar, chartered accountant by profession, and Rotary member since 2014. And it was but by chance that I met Sam, Dr. Sam, at the Singapore convention. And the talk started with the project that the ICC was looking for peace in India. And suddenly our talk turned into Gandhian ashram Dandi March. And then I said that this project for peace is apt for this Dandi March, and this could be the best thing that could have ever happened. And after a lot of research by Dr. Sam and fine tuning, I think we are here right now, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. And I really believe that how two Rotarians, just on a discussion, could result into such a big project, which is going to be an international fame over the period of time, I hope. Now, regarding the feedback of the presentation that I had made in the district conference last 11th of Jan, the entire project was received by the Rotarians, and they have all the excitement in their eyes of joining their project, and they want to know how exactly they can be a part of it. And some of them also want to be a part of the project. They said we have a lot of connects with the Gandhi ashram, with the Sabarmati ashram, and so we want to be a part of it. So instead of taking the march, they are also wanting to be a part of the entire project. So that is very exciting. Second thing is the latest update that I have received today regarding the permissions for the planting of peace poles and peace groves at the 23 centers where this ashram is there along the route. We have received the verbal permission, and verbal permission has been communicated to all the 23 centers. But they have said that you just wait for 2 days before we give you the entire permission in writing, based on which you can visit those centers and you can start identifying the place where you want to place those peace poles and peace groves, and then you can go ahead. So I think within a 2 or 3 days, we are likely to receive that written permission. So that will make us our life a bit easier, because then once we get those areas done, we can involve the local clubs and identify the leaders who are going to be a part of this project. So while we plant peace poles and peace grows, those club members should also be there to participate and take ownership of it at a later stage. That's what we had initially decided. And third thing is ki we have almost opened the bank account for receiving the Indian registrations. That will be shared shortly. We have already discussed it with the district governor Mohan Parasharji and the district governor of 3060 Rotarian Tushar Bhai Shah. Now there is another Rotarian of past district governor, Mr. Prashant Jani. So he has been made the chairman of the project by Mohan Parasharji, who is going to spearhead. So he said, instead of me, Mr. Prashant Jani will be the person. He is from 3060 also. He's also from 3060. So he will be spearheading the project on behalf of the district. I think everything should be in place. And once we get this permissions, then we can get down and meet Mr. Tushar Shah, identify the clubs who are going to be a part of it and what sort of projects they want to showcase there, and then we can take it forward. We are also looking forward regarding the visit of your visit to India is due before the March happens, along with Neeraj Bhai's attempt to put those peace poles together. So I think once those are in place, firmly in place, then we can go ahead and start our work, because that's serious business. I think that will happen somewhere I think in February. So if that is okay, I think that we should be absolutely fine with it.
But thank you for that report. Neeraj will be on later, and he's going to be talking about the peace poles. He's the one that's spearheading, and we already have the samples of the peace poles, and we've distributed the photographs of those. There are some suggestions from Larry and also Laura Attic, who was an interior designer and interior signage director. And so she's working on revising those, and we'll have that out to everybody to review, hopefully, possibly by this weekend. So things are moving along very nicely. And Rajendra, you're doing fantastic work, and thank you for making that presentation. And I guess we should emphasize again that we have 2 districts which are a part of this entire walk area. And that's Rotary District 3055, and that's Mohan and as district governor now. And then Tushar is on 3060. And so there's about 240 plus or minus clubs we think are in that area. And so they are being activated, shared the information, and seem to be very, very excited. And the district governors have committed, not only verbally, but also in writing. They're going to be very active and very involved. And Rajendra, thank you for taking care of all that and actually traveling much of the trail yourself. And
Yes.
The next gentleman I'm getting ready to put on, and he's going to have a longer presentation because he's handling the logistics. This is about the hotels, about the various stops, and he's had a chance to actually visit 21 of the 23 sites. So Rahul, I'm going to let you go ahead and formally introduce yourself, and then I've allowed you at least 15 minutes. If we need a little more, we'll take it. And right now we're going well on time. So Rahul, if you'll come on, please unmute yourself and start presenting the various documents. And can you present those off of your computer, please, sir? Rahul?
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sam. Well, this all got started. I remember from Houston, right? Just after COVID.
That's exactly
we
right.
exactly
We've
met,
been at
you
this a
know.
long time.
Yeah, exactly. And we have been talking on this, but I still remember that time we were in planning to create this wonderful ICC USA India, and now we are here, you know. So it is like super exciting, you know, what everyone is involved and doing, you know, on this particular event, what we are planning, Pathway to Peace in Ahmedabad during the March, starting on the March 11th. So I would really say, I can see my good friend Steve is here. So, well, friends, the whole idea, you know, bringing this was to get ICC USA India together in more deeper way and connecting Rotarians. And I think at some point we will be doing this. And we are really looking forward, you know, with all the team of District 3055 and 3060. Both the governors are so excited, you know, including Rotarian Rajendra, who just told you about this whole event. So, friends, everything is in place. Means India is really ready to welcome you all from any club, any district internationally, and of course from India. All districts are invited. So the whole idea is to, you know, make this event a big success and good number. So I hope you have the registration, you know, form.
Everybody's been sent the information.
Exactly.
Rahul, we haven't sent the Indian registration, but we'll get that from you and add that to the packet. But if you could show
so
the spreadsheet and the map, that would be very helpful.
Correct. So I will just go ahead and just open the registration form. One moment. Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right. So let's see.
And VJ had to leave to go to the hospital for his mother.
Oh, okay.
So we need to, you'll need to show these yourself.
Right, sure. We'll do that. Give me a moment. I'm just, there you go. Can you see my screen?
Absolutely.
Wonderful, super. So this is, you know, the whole registration form, which has been circulated, and as Dr. Sam said, I believe everyone has it, but I would love to, you know, walk you through this whole application. This is the form, the first page, which we have some social media, you know, Facebook and Insta, where you can go on and just see what we have been doing on this event. If you want to, you can see this link. You can click on this link, get all the files downloaded from the Google Drive. Then we have the form, you know, part 1, which is the page 2. We have a lot of options on the hotels, 3 options in each city. You know, so you are more than welcome to select anyone and, you know, pick up what you like to do, you know, on the hotels. Plus, we have options on the registrations right from 3 days to 30 days. So please see how many days you can spare and be the part of this, you know, wonderful event. You can, you know, email your request, any questions, even the registration form on this email ID. You can send your registration payments on this bank account using the international, you know, SWIFT code. This is, I'm talking right now for the international Rotarian. So this is the email and the bank account details. We can send the international bank wire. Then, these are more options on the hotel. You want to do 7 nights, 8 nights, 8 nights, 7 nights. So we are trying to give more options so that Rotarian can involve in all 4 trips, or maybe 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever convenient and as per your availability. And if you see this whole spreadsheet, this gives you a more fair idea what exactly the plan would be, where we will be on the day 1 and where we will finish on the last day. So the 11th is actually, we are so glad, the ICC USA India, that District 3055 came forward hosting this whole event on the, March 11th. So would request everyone to, arrive India on the March 11th. There would be a pre-arrival dinner followed by the next morning program, the real Dandi March, which we call the Pathway to Peace. So everyone is requested to be in Ahmedabad on the March 11th. And this is more about the route, where we will be starting from this Sabarmati Ashram and finishing on the Dandi on those, 30 days, exactly 23 days, but we stop and with some layovers and giving a break is 30 days. Then at the end, if someone wants to extend or come before or after the trip, after the event, he can choose these tours. So that's how we have been doing this for a while, and I think we are getting registration, and we are looking forward for more and more registration in coming days and weeks. We look forward to many numbers and appeal to all the Rotarians who are here and the Rotarians, to spread this. And, I will ask Dr. Sam that any Rotarian can really, circulate this in club and district so that this can be all over our Rotary world. And plus, I would like to add, even they are non-Rotarians, even their friends, they want to come and join on this event, they are also welcome. So thank you, Dr. Sam, for giving this opportunity and being a part of this great committee, bringing Rotary for Peace. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to emphasize and leave this up, Rahul, because I want you to go back to the spreadsheet and
Okay.
explain that a little deeper, and then also the map itself. But let me just make this comment. This is actually open to friends, family, neighbors, anyone that would like to participate in this, because we're looking at this as a way to recruit new Rotarians. And we're actually getting some people here that we're distributing this to within 7620 that are Rotarians, but also they have friends that said, hey, we'd like to go along on this, or they have like a little travel club, maybe 4 or 5 families that travel together, and all of a sudden this is on their radar screen. And so we have absolutely no idea how many people we're going to be recruiting to come in from overseas. But I have 19 peace leaders from around the globe that I'm sending special invitations to actually this afternoon. And we'll give them an opportunity to talk whenever they can come in. But the thing that you've done, Rahul, which I think is magical and very, very important, and also to Rajendra, is that we're giving them options of all this time. So if someone can't make it the first week, but they can come on the second week, or they can come for 3 days or 4 days, and then they want to hop into one of the tours in some other area of India, all of that flexibility is built into this program. Because we believe there will be a great number of Indians from the local communities, because they're going to be involved. And this is really bringing the old Hawthorne concept of shining the spotlight on a particular area, and people want to move to the spotlight. And I think that's what we're doing. And as more and more people hear about this, the more exciting it's becoming, and the more excitement that we can actually feel building, not only in the Rotary districts 3055 and 3060, but also in other districts throughout India are now showing interest that this is really becoming, well organized. And I think, Rahul, as soon as we have that Indian registration form, we can start distributing. We're going to have, much more action, because what we're looking at with these clubs, the local clubs, over 200 and around 240, they all have contacts overseas. And so what we're doing is we're encouraging them to send this information out to Germany, to the United Kingdom, South Africa, Ghana, wherever around the world that you have these contacts, and invite them to participate. And so we're expecting that there's going to be a lot of interest in this. But I do have 19 of these world-class speakers. Rahul, you asked me about that. I made the list, and I'm going to start sending out those invitations, and I'll be copying you and the team. But I think that's going to help. But the work you're doing there, like Rajendra being before the district convention and all that, is I think that's golden, because there's so many international contacts represented by Indian Rotary. And we have no idea the people that are going to hear about this and want to participate. But you have the spreadsheet up, Rahul. I want you, just because you still have time, I want you to spend some time on the spreadsheet, how it's working, how you've laid it out. And then what Rajendra was talking about as far as the 23 at least clubs that will be adopting each of these local sites. How does that fit in to the spreadsheet? And then you may want to go back and forth with the map so that people are associating your spreadsheet also with the locations. And I'm going to leave it to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sam, just putting me in again. So excited again, to really present this beautiful spreadsheet with all the inputs we had from all our committee members. So, well, as everyone can see, actually the Dandi March, what we are saying, the Pathway to Peace, is 23 locations, which is like this one, starting from Sabarmati Ashram and finishing on the Dandi. Looking into this all 23 spots, we created this, spreadsheet so that we can really start from the day one and finish, which is like March 11th, and finishing on the April 6th, which you can see that which we have divided into trip 1, trip 2, trip 3, trip 4, giving more flexibility for our Rotarians who wants to spend total, 23 sites or just, few sites. So this is something, an opportunity to pick and what you like to go with. So the trip 1 is like 7 days, trip 2 is like 8 days, trip 3 is like 8 days, and then again, trip 4 is like 7 days. So when we say trip means this would be where one can join on the day 1 and finish it on the last day of that trip. As I said before, you can do all 4 trips or you can do either one, all up to you. That is a flexibility out here. And if you go out here at the bottom of the sheet, you can see how many days and how many, dates exactly, what day it is starting, what day it is ending, how many nights, how many days. Simultaneously, based on this particular sheet, we have created this whole, schedule of accommodation. So accordingly, you can pick and choose what you like to do. Going further, we really want to cover the whole 23 sites. And there would be, I think, many of us who would love to do from day 1 to the day end. Number 2, if you see on my right hand side, this column, most of the clubs, are in district 305 or 3060. But two sites are, in 3055. So 3055 and 3060 will come together, putting their home club, in this 23 sites for this Pathway to Peace walk. Isn't that really, exciting? Plus, they would be also ready to join for projects, what with the base of the local need. That is something, I would say a club from that district has been assigned actually. We would be getting the list very soon from both the governors, and we can circulate. Plus, they have also asked what need, assessment after doing it, what need exactly that particular site, would need. So we can, as a club, as a district, as a Rotarian, from India internationally can come forward and join and do a project. It can be a district project, it can be a club project, or we can think over, if it is a big, then we can walk over and do a big global grant project in the coming months. So that is a, idea all about this, spreadsheet. And as you can see, we would be covering, these cities, Ahmedabad, then, Anand, then Vadodara, then Bharuch, then Surat. So these are, again, these are the cities, where we will be staying over, in the hotels. And then moving down, you can see column, this is a B, where all the sites are, starting from Ahmedabad and finishing on the Dandi. So our whole idea on this sheet is to give you a fair logistics, so one can plan ahead what they need to, when they need to arrive, and when they want to leave from these cities. And any questions, of course, you're welcome to send to Dr. Sam or to me or to Rajendra. We would be more than happy to really, reply and give you more information.
Rahul, if you could, VJ asked this question about the hotels and the distance. You've got it divided up where you have hotels that are closer in to a cluster of the various 23 sites. Then you can move to the next set of hotels that are closer to the next cluster of the 23 sites. How do people determine, which of these they want to stay in, and so that they're not driving the whole 241 miles, but that they can go to the site that's closest to each of these areas? How have you divided that up? You mentioned that, but he wanted that to be a little more explained about how people can go out to the site, participate, visit with the local Rotary Club to learn about their local community services project, and then go back to the hotel, or do they stay there? How do you see that flowing, Rahul?
Right. Thank you, Dr. Sam, for putting this question. I was really looking for this question from someone, but you really highlighted it. So that's so wonderful of you. So, well, that's, I think, one of the interesting part of this sheet, and of course, this Pathway to Peace event. So we will be, we means whoever is coming on this, Pathway to Peace event, they will be staying in one hotel. Let's say start from, March 11th. So the first day will be arriving in Ahmedabad. Next day will be Ahmedabad, going to the Sabarmati Ashram, where the inaugural would be. Then staying in the Ahmedabad. So this one here is, is a logistic part, plus, the distances and the cities where we will be staying, during this whole, event from March 11th till the April 6th. So how Dr. Sam asked me how we are going to commute between the cities. So what we have planned actually as an ICC USA committee, that every day we will go to the site and come back to the nearest location where the accommodation is available. Because these 23 sites are very small, besides only one site which we call Anand, where the accommodation is available. Otherwise, all the sites, what we have a very, very small place. You can say they are a very small village where these ashrams are, but they are being taken care. The ashrams are taken care well, but there's no as such place to stay or to have, meals. So we have to come back to a particular point, which is the nearest. And this is how we have highlighted with the minutes, kilometer and miles coming back and forth, and changing the destination on each and every spot. So if you can see more deeply, so, first 1, 2, 3, 4. So first 4 nights we will be in Ahmedabad. Then 2 nights we will be in Anand, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nights in Vadodara. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nights in Bharuch, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 nights in Surat. So when we say these places, we will be staying these nights here, but going to the, changing the site every day. Means going in the morning to a site, coming back to the same place or to the next place, but going to a different, site altogether every morning. So you will be like, you will be able, those who are coming on this event, they will be engaging with the new club every day. You will be looking onto the new ashram every day. You will be meeting Rotarians, of course, new Rotarians every day, besides those who are regularly on this trip or going off, hop on and hop off. So there is like, we are looking for 23 clubs from these 2 districts, joining us on this whole event. So 23 clubs means 23 projects, and I would say huge number of Rotarians from this 2 districts and 23 clubs. And plus, you can also, exchange, ideas, on the project. We will be having the whole day together, not even exchanging idea, but more of our friendship, fellowship, and every day would be celebrating as an event in that particular village, which will be all arranged by the local club, so every day will be like a special day. It would not be, we feel like it would not be like a similar one. And Rotarians will be more involved as a service project, besides the peace, pathway to peace walk. Yeah.
I think we're seeing this too, Rahul, and thank you for that detailed explanation. And this is open for discussion. But each of the clubs, they'll determine, do they want to have like a folk festival? Do they want to have a crafts fair, along with whatever major project they seem to think is the best, but all related directly back to the 7 major areas of focus of Rotary. Of course, we're already taking care of number 1, which is peace and conflict resolution. Number 7 is supporting the environment, but we have 5 others that are critical to support these 2. And so that's what we're asking these clubs to exhibit. And so we'll have 23 communities, at least 23 clubs. And I understand that there may be some of these sites that are surrounded by 2, 3, or even 4 Rotary clubs. And so they can have a consortium and many different projects that can be exhibited while we're there. And all the other people that are attending from outside the area, whether it's overseas or Indians coming in from other parts of India, I think they're going to be amazed at the diversity that's going on at each of these 23 sites, and the richness of the culture, the colors, the music, the energy, the food, all of these things. I think we're just absolutely, and Rahul, you said that in your tour, 2 or 3 days, across this, you were just absolutely amazed and you were in awe what you experienced. Just share a little bit about those feelings, not the ideas or the sites, but the feelings that you had as you were going site to site.
Yes, Dr. Sam, absolutely. So both the governors, as I said, they are really excited about this whole event. So they will be bringing all the clubs together, and they're already on that work. I would say Rajendra and me, we have been communicating with them almost every day, or 3 times in a week. So talking about when I visited, this whole site, few months back. It was like, I still remember the feeling. It was so going to Sabarmati Ashram means it's like out of the world. I cannot express my, feeling what I really had, but it was so much quiet. It was so much peace when you visit, Mr. Gandhi's ashram. So that was my first, spot that morning. And it is like out of the world. In my life, I never thought that I will be really, visiting Ahmedabad and going to Sabarmati Ashram, So this, I think, coming to this whole process and going to each and every, site was just amazing. Wherever we went, the localite came out of their houses, from their offices, from schools, from their, local, things where they were, and they just welcomed us, offered us food, offered us tea, and they said, well, you are on this mission. And we told them, oh, we are here to, for a peace, and we want to put peace poles here. And they were like delighted. With open arms, they said, well, whatever help you need, we are here for you. Mr. Gandhi has left, his footstep here, and especially when we talk to Rotarians, they were like super amazed. They said, well, this is like a cherry on the cake. If you're doing peace and the Rotarians are also involved, we will be more than happy to do anything what we can in our, from this whole village. So the feeling and the gratitude and the so much welcoming, we felt. And I think same Rajendra and the other Rotarians who we all together went was like amazing. So I think every Rotarian who will be, on this event, or who will be looking on this event, I think will be very much delighted. And the feeling and the peace what Mr. Gandhi left for us over years back can be seen in person, like he is walking with us on those sites. And especially when you visit the ashram, it is something, wherever you go, it is like you are touching him, or Mr. Gandhi is touching you. And the whole ashram is like a big one. And most of the valuables they have were closed. But because of the Rotary, I really want to point this out. All the doors were open, and we were like, I was and the other Rotarians who were with me were allowed to be in those rooms where Mr. Gandhi used to sit and do all his things, So it would be an amazing, time, whoever visit, and I will appeal, let's come over and visit this beautiful, event. Thank you, Dr. Sam, again.
Well, I thank you for being so explicit in that. And a good friend of yours, Steve Bender, just gave you a great attaboy in the chat. So I just thank Steve for doing that. but also we need to recognize Deepak Talwar. Deepak Talwar, he's the national coordinator for intercountry committees throughout India. I think there's maybe as many as 80 plus or so ICCs now across the entire country of India. But Deepak is the one that suggested that we should feature these local community services projects as best practices that relate to the various villages, the towns, the cities where these Rotary clubs are located. And so we really thank him for that. He could not be with us today, but he sent his best regards. He's very supportive of this entire effort. And I had a chance following Singapore to fly into New Delhi and spend time with him, take a tour of the Gandhi Memorial that's right downtown. I have some photographs, Rahul, that I owe you to send from that. And I've now started collecting those, so I'll get those out to you probably tomorrow. But
thank you.
Deepak is a very positive leader. He's been a past president, district governor, zone governor. I mean, he's done everything in the world of Rotary. Very well respected and well known throughout the world of Rotary, not just across India. So we want to thank Deepak for that. Rahul or Rajendra, have Mohan or Tushar, have either one of those showed up to talk about their districts? I can't see the screen because
okay, let me just stop it. Yeah, there we go, sir.
Is either one of those district governors here? Because they're up, and I'd
No,
like to...
Mohan Parashar ji, he is traveling to Mumbai for his work.
I see.
So-
Oh, I see. Okay, Rajendra, why don't you're back, and thank you for taking the tours with Rahul, being there. Tell us a little bit about the characters, the nature of each of the two districts, and some of the clubs and some of the things that we may be seeing and experiencing at, these different sites, because these are going to be quite different. And this is what we want people to know, even though we're planning the peace polls, and we'll have Larry up and talk about those, and hopefully Neeraj will be here by that time to talk about the peace polls and the peace groves. But we're going to see marvels of real India, because these are real thriving communities. And Rajendra, you've got a few minutes, take about 5 or so, and just talk about your feelings about the clubs and the communities within which they're located. And thank you.
3055 is a new district. It is carved out of 3054 2 years back. So last year was the first year, and this is the second year. It comprises of parts of Gujarat and parts of Rajasthan. So there are 2 states involved in the district. And Mohan Parashar ji, he belongs to the Rajasthan part as a governor. Now, in the entire district, there are almost 83 clubs, and most of the clubs are involved with permanent projects. So there are big permanent projects also, and a lot of global grants have been availed by these clubs for installing the health projects, installing the environmental project. They have installed forests for environment. There are a lot of physiotherapy centers. Then you have a lot of service projects with the schools, with the institutions, with women as the center, and about women care, women health. So that you can see a lot of projects there in this part. And 3060 is the wider district. It is comprising of a bigger district than 3055. And the entire path, the most of the entire path is in 3060. And 3060 is more greener than this part, because there is a lot of rainfall as compared to 3055. And you can get a lot of environmental beauty that you can see a lot of rivers also there. And then you have that Sardar Sarovar Dam, the project, where the statue of Unity has been constructed by our Prime Minister. The Statue of Unity is one of the biggest projects in this area done by the government of Gujarat and the central government. And it is a thing to watch. It's a beautiful project, which is very close to Vadodara, where people will be staying. And this is a richer district. 3060 is a richer district having more number of clubs. And they are planning for donation for the foundation. It will be crossing $1 million. So it's a richer district, and they have a lot of influential people out there. Even the district governor at present, Dr. Rotarian Tushar Shah, is also a very influential and very dedicated district governor, having very good contacts, especially with this Gandhi Ashram. And last till Dandi, where I visited, I was having some problems in getting an audience with the person who manages that property. So through Tushar Shah, he managed to get hold of somebody and get to call that lady, and then she immediately called me, and then we met. So everybody knows him by his name because he has done the Dandi March himself many times. So he's well aware of the entire pathway to peace. And he's going to be a very critical, focal point for making this project a success, because he is the driving force for many things through his clubs, because the majority of the walk is going to be in his district only. And they're having extremely good projects. Again, they have almost done 43 global grants up till now in this year, and they have already applied a few more. So they are doing exceedingly well in this district, and I'm sure that the entire project which we are going to see of the clubs while we take that march, those projects will be very unique, involving the villagers, involving the local community. And we will get a lot of opportunity for interaction between the Rotarians for thinking of a global or a wider project.
Well, that's a very good description. And I think what's coming out of this, Rajendra, and I really appreciate you mentioning this, the number of global grants that are going on in 3055 and specifically 3060. And this is a real opportunity for those from around the globe that want to get involved, but to be able to tie into this new powerhouse of global grants, which is called India. Because India has been the recipient of numerous global grants over the years. And of course, now the challenge done by the past president, from India, and also the current heads of the districts, and also Deepak himself, is that now we need to start giving out to the world, and we need to be engaging in global grants. And there are many clubs in the United States that will welcome that message. And I think that's very important that we start bringing that out. And Rahul, this is something that we need to start tying into our narrative about these global grants and the opportunities for collaboration. And we have a gentleman who was the head of the International Global Grants Projects Fair that we're going to have speaking towards the end of this. And I'm going to turn him loose on global grants, because he is really the world expert in global grants. And so we're going to hear more about global grants. So we can move on. And Larry, are you on? I can't see you because I can't see people, but one at a time. And but what I'd like for you to kick off is why does Rotary International have you as an international chair for the Peace Poles initiative?
Oh, thank you, Dr. Sam. It grew out of the Peace Pole work that we started in District 5100. where we planted. Well, it came from Al Jubitz, the co-founder of the Rotary Action Group for Peace. He said, "Can we plant 100 peace poles?" And I think that was in 2017. And we planted 128, of which 50 were in our city of Newburgh. I'm with the Newburgh Noon Rotary. We now have 80 peace poles in Newburgh. We have a video that maybe we can show at the next meeting
Okay.
that show where the peace poles are and the community involvement in planting peace poles. And we're now working on something called the Oregon Peace Trail. That's going to start at the end of the Oregon Trail that is in Oregon City, and the Oregon City Club has already adopted that. And it'll go 296 miles down the state of Oregon to the Ashland Peace Flame, and the Rotary Club of Ashland has already endorsed that program. And I'm learning from what you guys are doing in India on, no one's going to come into Portland and walk 296 miles down to Ashland because you're going to get killed on Interstate 5. But creating like an Oregon film trail or an Oregon State Park trail, in Newburgh, we do a peace fair, and that should be part of the Oregon Peace Trail. So you can walk the 80 peace poles in Newburgh, take part in a fair, and that's on the International Day of Peace. Maybe what I'm trying to do is unite 120 Rotary clubs in Oregon to focus on on being peace builders and common peace projects, which has never happened. And then people are looking at this in San Antonio, Texas, doing a freedom trail in Valley Forge and Gettysburg around the historic spots in Pennsylvania, one up in upstate New York at the Erie Canal, and across the state of Alaska. So this gets very exciting, and I have to leave at around 8:45 here in the morning. But I'm happy. I want to hear from Niraj on what's happening, what the peace polls, when I can see what the peace polls are going to look like. But to me, this is very exciting. I know Stephanie Urchik, our current president, is watching what we're doing very carefully. And on the 29th, we're going to be putting together a geodesic dome that's destined for Calgary for the Rotary Convention. And in that dome, we're going to have the Oregon Peace Trail, we're going to have the Gandhi Walk, and we're going to have it's going to revolve around exactly what you're doing in India, peace poles and peace groves, creating both a focus on peace and the environment. So this is just totally exciting.
Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for being the chair for Rotary International. And I know that our current sitting president is very interested in the peace pole projects. And actually, we've already issued a letter to her to invite her to see if she would be available, for one or more of these sites.
Oh, she has sent a video that we can show at each of the sites.
Okay.
So I think
and we certainly invite her if that's possible. And also we're going to get out the incoming president. I'm sending him a invitation later today, which I'll be copying to the team. And we want to get that out as well. Natalie, you are with us, and you've been involved with a number of the peace polls as well, with Larry and Beaverton, but also overseas. What do you see as the long-term impact of the peace polls, and why is it important that we have this peace walk in India? Take about 5 minutes, and Natalie, unmute. Okay, unmute.
Oh,
Okay, you're unmuted. There you go.
Okay. Sam, I can tell about my experience, 6 years experience, very quick, very short, and after that I will talk about impact of Indians peace walk. Okay, I work on Peace Pulse project from 2019 till 2023. Significant part of that was we installed first Peace Pole in Caucasian region in Armenia, in Zilizhan. It was, I really did not expect. It was first time, and we gathered for dedication ceremony around 1,000 people, and children, school children, made the peace march about 15 minutes to the Peace Pole. And then dedication were organized very well. We organized art class, children's art class dedicated to peace, children's ambassadors for peace, children's dance, children sang about that. It was very, very exciting event. Second Peace Pole, very important. We installed first time in Russia, in Yekaterinburg, at October 27. Again, it turned to huge event, and we work with Rotary, all Russian Rotary Ilduz Yanishev, District 2023, were invited Russian clubs and administration, mayor. It was beginning. After that, multiple peace poles were installed in Russia, in after Yekaterinburg, in St. Petersburg, Omsk, Izhevsk, Vladivostok. We installed 4 peace poles in Vladivostok. It was actually Al-Jubit's attention, desire. And what happened recently in 2024, we installed 2 peace poles in November and October in Vladivostok, in Khabarovsk. This is good achievement because in this war, unrest time, but we did it because of we kept our friendship with Russian Rotarians. Multiple peace poles were installed in Armenia, in capital of Yerevan. We installed 2 peace poles in Peace Park. We installed multiple peace poles in second large city in Armenia, Vanadzor. And Vanadzor organized Peace Groves, Peace Park, right after installation. It happened in 2021. They start developing groves, and now after 3 years, they have peace poles and peace groves. People come in these peace groves, peace-minded people, especially at September 21 for Peace Poles International Day, they gathering, they feeling very comfortable. There is something they can come, feel and express feelings about Peace Poles. Yerevan, Vanadzor, Gyumri, this is big achievements. Also, already 2 peace poles ready in Yerevan for installation in Armenian memorial dedicated to the genocide. There is huge park, and I talked to director of that memorial, and he told Natalie, we will install these peace poles in our huge park of this memorial and spread it, developed peace groves. These 2 peace poles in 8 languages, 1 language is Hindi. What I felt during my work with local people, they were very excited, and no matter country, no matter religion, and politics, we are united, and in this matter, peaceful, united people. And what I felt, peacefuls are visual reminders that we all strive for peace in our communities, families, and countries. This is united us. But in Beaverton, we installed very important location next to our city hall. We organized very good dedication ceremony, and this peace pole still there. Also, one of good achievement, first peace pole was installed in police facility in Portland by Al Jubitz. This is again good achievement. I would like to thank to you, Dr. Sam, Larry Strober, Mike Caruso, Joab Elevars for supporting that great work. This is important work, and one thing I would like to tell, hardest part for installation would get permission. Sometimes it took 2 months, sometimes 6 months. We installed peace poles in Georgia. It took 6 months get permission for peace pole installation in Joseph Stalin's city, Gori. But finally, we installed that peace poles in front of his home museum.
Natalie, you got 1 minute. Why is this important for India to be engaged in this? 1 minute, and then I'm going to turn it over to Damon Walia. Damon, you're up next.
Okay, for India, I would like to tell you, in Armenia, now we have Mahatma Gandhi's sculpture, and Armenian people familiar with him. I think all our experience we can apply in our peace work in India. There is dedication ceremony, speeches. This is very important. It will be wide world program. And you know what? This project will be important for people now and for future generation, because this pole is forever. And I think this is good impact. Remember, because you know what, our past is mother of our present. What is now happening from past of Gandhi's past work at beginning of 20th century, now rejuvenation of these things, thanks to your project, USA India ICC project. I think it will be a good future and very important for entire world.
Thank you, Natalie. I appreciate it. Damon's coming up next. Damon works with trees, crops, food production all over the world. We're looking at these trees that we're going to be, Damon, you need to unmute. These trees are groves around the peace poles, because that was one of the things that Larry and I talked about when we first met. I think, Larry, we first met at the Houston, at the same time I met Rahul and the Houston Rotary International Convention. And we talked about the peace poles, and somehow some of these look to be in isolation, and the Peace Grove allows to have its own natural forest, and it becomes a sanctuary, because this is all dedicated to Mother Earth, and whatever religion you believe in, you know, the supreme beings that have created this. But Damon, why don't you share just a couple of minutes about your interest in the peace groves and how the work that you've been doing for the last 55 years actually can have a very positive impact on this planting of these 23 peace groves as we move along the Gandhian Peace Trail. Damon? Damon
Well,
Wallace.
Sam, thank you. It's amazing that we're sitting on the bench in the forest here in Northern Virginia, talking about this project and how far along you have come. So congratulations to all of you. And I'm really excited. I was kind of thinking through that, I guess there are about 250,000 peace poles all over the world. And I'm really amazed how much, Rotary has been contributing. And then I said, wait, who planted the first ones? And interestingly, Iroquois Indians were the first one to plant peace poles when they brought multiple nations together. And as a way to kind of, make a point that we are now all going to be living under peace. And doing this for Gandhi is quite remarkable. I'm really amazed with always how Gandhi did what he did and the impact he has left us. So doing this so I really appreciate for us giving opportunity to support your, the peace groves, planting trees on all the 23 sites. So I've been coordinating with Neeraj over the last few days, given a guidance. And we are involved in helping to grow crops, trees, and improve the soil and the soil fertility. In fact, there are about 10,000 farmers in India who are using our product, which we make, Ectosol organic humic products written in the Vedic books in the shlok number 30, which says it's the soul or the juice of the soil. And one of the things which we're going to also incorporate, I'm impressed with this whole idea of, bringing these peace poles and the environment to make really do something which will also help improve the environment. So we're going to do, as I have presented to Neeraj about the approach, we're also going to help increase the carbon farming. So with our product use, we've been proving out that it helps to not only create a survive the trees over long periods. In fact, by the way, it's being used now on the Nagpur Mumbai highway, for the trees which were not surviving. So this also helps to take the carbon from the air and increase it in the soil. So not only will be supporting the planting, but we will also monitor over next, every 3 months for the next 1 to 2 years, and then coordinate and work with the local clubs to help them, to guide them, and to do this. So I'm really excited about what's going on and have a small opportunity to help this project and this program. So I thank you, all of you, all the efforts and work you're all doing. This is just a phenomenal, just amazing. By the way, I do have about 30, 40 years ago, from India, I brought a VHS tape, which was apparently some kind of a movie or documentary was put together by the government of India. And that has a segment on actual, the footage of the Gandhi's, this particular, march he took in the 1930s. I don't know how it's in the VHS. So I've offered to Sam to come out and I'll show him, but I don't have any way of creating a sort of a approach by which I can, put this onto so you all can see it. But there's a remarkable footage I have of showing Gandhi's, this actual, doing this particular, march along that 240 miles.
Yeah.
So I am really blessed to be a part of it. Thank you very much, Sam, what you're doing.
Thank you for being here, Damon. And we'll figure it out. There's a way to convert from VHS, into the digital world. And I'll talk with some of my TV people about that. But there is a certain way of doing that. Rahul or Rajendra, has Neeraj joined us yet? Talk about the peace poles and the peace groves. Rajendra?
Yeah.
Rahul?
The peace poles, I think Neeraj has sent some photographs and they look quite nice, but I think some fabrication was going on. And he had said that they will be up ready in a few weeks.
Okay.
But that was I think 2 weeks back.
Yeah, okay. And I just heard from Laura Attic. I don't know if her dad, Enver, is on this very meeting, but she had a big project at her university. But she's actually the one that's taking the original printing, the scripts, and going to convert that, to, actual signage that will be proper proportions and easy to read and all that. And that goes to Larry's comment about having his QR code. And also we'll be having the satellite GPS coordinates for each one of those poles in each one of the groves. And that's something that we've already started working on as well. So we have a special guest that's coming in from Colombia. Shab, how are you? And he wants to talk about how we're morphing this out to the world. Shab, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
All right, good to see you, young man. And also, too, we're two things, about 5 minutes, because we do stay on time here. About 2 minutes about how this is out to the world. I think Natalie did a very nice job on that. But about 3 minutes about your International Global Grants Projects Fair, because we promote you every month in every meeting with the India USA ICC, and how you see this being a way to really start to expand even further the collaboration not only between India and the United States, but India, the United States, and out to the world as far as global grants are concerned. So 2 parts. One, how you see this is, reaching out itself, and then about your global grants, and then invite people to come the 3rd Tuesday of every month to participate and be a part of that. Back to you, Shab, and formally introduce yourself.
It's a pleasure to be with so many good friends that we met throughout our journey in Rotary. Dr. Sam, thank you for following up. You're doing a great job with our friends in India and around the world, actually, and you're part of our monthly global grant. I just want to say, you guys are awesome in India, especially in global grant. Rahul, I worked with you before, and it doesn't surprise me how you have everything together. But here, what I would like to do, or I would like to suggest for you guys, we are going to a big project fair in Colombia, and I would like to see how can we connect, India again. In the past 7 years ago, we connected India with Brazil, and that in 1 year it blossomed to over 100 global grants. So now, here's my vision. If we can probably work together, probably we can meet you, Rahul, or somebody else who is in charge of global grant, or we make it so simple so we can connect this ICC with other ICCs and also with other project fairs. So we connected ICC Ukraine with Colombia now. So, and Claudine is going with us to Colombia. So what I like to see is in this beautiful setting that you're planning to do in March, if we can create a Google Sheet after these projects are added on matchinggrants.org, and the Google Sheet will be an open Google Sheet that it will travel with you throughout your travel. I'm going to try to be in this fitted in our schedule to go to India. But if we can create that so we can connect the global grants from India to the global grant in Colombia, and also connected with the ICC, especially at the convention, because at the convention we're going to have a place for most of the ICCs at the Peace Park to be speaking. So with saying all that is, if we can make a Google Sheet, and everywhere you go in your trip in 3055, 30560, you send that Google Sheet to all the clubs and let them post their project after they post it on matchinggrant.org, so they will have a number, so we can take those numbers and connect people around the world. So this will probably put the icing in the cake to connect India again with all parts of the world. So, and I talked to Parat, Trustee Parat, and we connected with South Korea, and we had a meeting in Rotary International, and we thought about how can we use the money from South Korea and Japan and all these areas to bring them back down to where a lot of parts of the world are doing global grants. So we want to connect the blessed and rich district to the poor districts who does a lot of work and a lot of global grants. India is one of my best places that I've done global grants, because they understand it, they understand the need, and they write them right. And it's been an honor and a pleasure to be dealing with India, because I use India Global Grant as an example of how you put a global grant together and how you get it approved real fast, real quick. Because if you put it right, and all the coordinators are like potato peelers, they need to see something, essential in that global grant that will bring it to fruition, and you know how to do that. So I would like to see if Sam and I, because we're going at the end of the month, Sam, myself, and some other people from everywhere, to have a meeting probably in the next couple of days, so we can put that. I have a Google Sheet that we'll put it together with Sam and our group, but it will be great to put one from India, and we will see, it will be a measurable thing, how your trip is fruited, the fruits from that trip, how many global grants, how many dollars, and how much money has been contributed to that. So it will be measurable thing, especially for this ICC. I'm honored to be in the ICC. I don't have much time all the time, but I would love to see this group connected with all the ICCs and also with the project fairs in the world.
Let me cut you off for just a minute, and then I'm going to move on. But thank you for that. But I just put in there www.matchinggrants.org.
Correct.
www.matchinggrants.org. And I invite everyone that's here, but also out, Rajendra and Raul and all that, back out to the district governors to look at this site. This is an absolutely phenomenal site. So it's taking global grants that sometimes clubs will spend 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. We have one global grant in my own club, which is very sophisticated. Took almost 4 years to get it going. Shab, as the master magician for global grants, he's doing 1 up to 3 in one night, in 3 hours. And that's the power of this, the International Global Grants Projects Fair. It's the 3rd Tuesday of every month, 9 p.m. as far as Pacific Standard Time or Pacific Daylight Time. And so you can extract when those times are. And Harish, I think you've been with us, right? For one of these meetings. And so we want to put this out to everyone here. But I do have Kenny Barnes, that's from my club. He has been working, our club actually were the ones that approached the Carter School of Peace and Conflict Resolution at George Mason University. And our club and people from the district actually took that to Rotary International, and now there's a formal agreement between the Carter School and Rotary International as far as peace and broadening these peace sites around the globe. So Kenny, take about 2 minutes, if you will, sir. Introduce yourself and talk about the piece that you're doing, but in downtown Washington, D.C. specifically. Kenny, are you here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Kenny.
Okay. Thank you, Sam. First of all, my name is Kenneth Barnes, MS, clinical psychologist. I am also the co-chair of the Peace Committee for District 7620. I am the chair of a DC Peace Initiative in Washington, D.C., in the DC Rotary Club, and Sam Hancock and I work greatly together on a number of issues. I have another initiative that I started with a very prominent businessman in Washington. If any of you have ever been to DC, it's called Ben's Chili Bowl. And we started an issue called Time for Us to Get Involved to deal with the issues and peace in the DC community. And so we're very much involved in peace. And my son was murdered, so I'm looking at peace as far as violence as well as concerned. And so I've been a member of the DC Rotary Club for 20 years. And I'm proud and honored that Dr. Hancock invited me to sit in with this initiative. And I want to be, I don't know, Dr. Sam, if you talked to our district governor in 7620 years, but I want to make it a part of our District 7620 Peace Committee.
That's fantastic. And we certainly want to do that. And I'm just sending Shab a little note right now about this idea of the global grants, having this Google spreadsheet, and to allow this to happen at each of these 23 different sites. And I plan to go for, be there throughout the whole time, and certainly would like to meet with the various clubs on a day-to-day basis that are going to be presenting at each of these 23 sites, but also to have visits to the clubs, if that would be possible, and talk about global grants and how we start linking this area. And this goes back to what Larry, are you still with us? I don't know if Larry has left. Larry, are you?
Left. Yeah.
Oh, Larry, are you still here?
No, Larry left actually.
Oh, he left. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, with this Oregon Trail concept, we have the same idea as far as the Gandhi March or the Salt March, now the Gandhi, the Peace Walk. And so these are now on a international stage to be seen. And I think the work that Rajendra is doing, Rahul, Neeraj, all the others that are on the task force and in the advisory committee, and Natalie is here with us as well. It's been part of that. This is just phenomenal, the energy, but also like Shab, sharing the idea of looking at these global grants and using the Peace Walk as a catalyst to expand global grants, not only just between the US and India, but the entire world. And so that connective tissue is going to add to the energy, the power, and the opportunities for peace. We have people with us. Harish, I'm going to start off with you. If you can introduce yourself, and then I'm going to try to introduce everyone here. Normally, VJ does this. Natalie's been up. Shab has been up. And Harish, why don't you kick off, and then I'm going to take about 30 seconds or so we stay on time. But and then also you had a brilliant idea back in December, and we are actually moving on with that. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Dr. Sam. Thank you, and wonderful to be here again, to be a part of this great initiative and the Peace Pathway to Peace Walk. I am Harish Murthy. I belong to the Rotary Club of Irvine in California. That's in District 5320. I'm past president and currently serving as the District International Service Chair. And of course, I had an opportunity to be on the International Global Grant Project Fair with PDG Shab. And so I'm looking forward to the next one. And Rahul, you and I can, I will connect with you. I had sent a message to you on another idea. So take a look at that and then, we'll work through that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Here we go.
Dr. Sam, I just want to say one thing.
Okay, and then I'm going to go to Rotarian Salim. You'll be up next if you'll unmute. Go ahead, Shab.
Okay, I put the link for the Google Sheet that will be probably Rahul can use it as an example. And also I put the meeting that's coming up on the 21st, the password and stuff for the Zoom meeting. So I would like to see as many people as possible in this meeting, because we're going to also have people from Colombia being here. So I would like to connect them together. So I can guarantee you a partner from them, because we have 59 global grants. So as many global grants as coming in, then we can put partners together. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Shab. Thank you for being here and taking the time, and give our best wishes to Rossi and everybody in Colombia. They're just doing fantastic work. Okay.
Good to see you.
Let's see. I just lost Salim. Where did he go? Well, Steve, you're up. So if you'll unmute and take about 30 seconds, introduce yourself, and you can take another 30 seconds, talk about the experience you had with Rahul. It was quite good, and thank you for sharing that.
Thanks for having me. Like I say, we did a polio tour and a dental clinic with Rahul in 3 different cities, or in with his club, and by far, not even close, the most professional, well-organized mission we've ever been on. He's raised the bar to where it's no one else can keep up with him. So nothing but accolades for Rahul. My good friend Shab, we're working on global grants for river cleanups in Guatemala this year, but we want to take it to India next year. So we'll be talking about that soon. But again, just thanks for all you guys do. And we're having an India conference at EarthX this year on April 21st to 25th. It'll be too late to promote, this one, but let's get me some data and information that we can talk about it to the groups in Texas. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll do that. Absolutely. And thank you, Steve, for being here.
Thank you.
Okay. Salim, unmute.
Hello.
30 seconds.
Presentations which you are carrying out, they were very interesting, although it's very difficult for us to join that parade, peace parade there. But peace is what is required everywhere in the world. And so in the part of continent we are living, where we are facing so many problems as regards terrorism, and it is directly affecting the polio eradication as well, because many polio workers have been killed by the people who are working against this cause, and because of the lack of the awareness or otherwise, but this is really hampering it. So in a way, peace is whatever is required everywhere in the world, and more so where we are living. It used to be so peaceful, and it used to be no peace has gone to pieces. So we are looking forward to, and it was good to see my friend Rahul. We have been meeting on different occasions in international conventions, and he has always been nice to me. I really appreciate the efforts which he's going through, and his presentations will be very good, in fact, and quite sort of a thing which I would like to emulate here in Pakistan as well. We are working also on global grant as well here. and there's a Rotarian from the US who has contributed $68,000 for the upkeep of a hospital in Ply City, and it is in the final stage now. Everything has been done, and the application has been submitted to TRF, and we are just in the process of probably receiving the money and put it to the use for which it has been meant to do so. I am basically civil engineer. I've been serving with the government of Pakistan and retired as secretary to the government. I joined Rotary in 1996. I've been the past president, assistant governor, and I've held so many positions here and there. And at the moment, I'm working as a zonal coordinator for the Polio Plus Committee Pakistan, which is working on behalf of Rotary International in Balochistan, which is my province. So it has been a pleasure to be part of this meeting, which I thought would give me insight into whatever is happening in ICC. Maybe we can, at a later stage, contribute something to form a sort of ICC between USA and Pakistan. And it is going to be a wonderful moment if we can achieve that. I hope and I look forward to work with you people, my Rotarians, and thank you very much for
Salim, what city are you actually in? I see Quetta Cosmopolitan. Are you in Quetta, Balochistan?
Yeah. We have 3 clubs in Quetta city, and one of them is
a good friend of mine has a private college, high school, and all that. I'll offline send me your information, because I think you came in by my WhatsApp announcement, correct?
Perhaps, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
If you'll send that back to me, I want to link you to in Quetta. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes. Sarjeev Patel. Sarjeev Patel, can you unmute, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, go ahead. 30 seconds.
It's nice to see you all and hear your ideas about the peace and how can we fostering the peace. In my club, we'll have a one peace Rotary Peace Volunteer. As it's a task team working to creating everlasting peace in the community, like household violence. We are making solution for the household violence, community in inter-religious violence, such type of small violences which will become a great problem in our community. Will give you some solutions, and our peace Rotary Peace volunteers giving the services to restoring the peace in the community, and community people will definitely very appreciates our efforts. Sometime we'll provide some resources also. This type of peace activities we are doing on 30th January, Gandhi's Martin Day, where we are organizing Rotary Peace Forum in Indore. Indore is one of the metropolitan city and cleanest city of the India. We got the continuous 7-time awards for the cleanest city since last 7 years. So we are keeping this Rotary Peace Forum to make more awareness on Gandhi Punyatithi and death anniversary day.
Wonderful. Manish, what is your club name and what district are you in?
My club name is Rotary Club of Indore and District 3040.
Thank you very much for being with us, and we certainly invite you to be a part of this peace walk that we're going to be taking March through April. And so if you can put your particulars in the chat box, we'll be able to follow up with you. And thank you. Sampath Kumar, if you'll unmute, please. 30 seconds or so. Welcome, Sampath.
Yes, I'm from Tamil Nadu, South India. I just knew about this ICC only 1 month back or 1.5 months back because of the president who is from India, ICC. He came to my place also last 10 days back. So there only I know about ICC. Really, I'm there in Rotary from 1986. But I didn't know about this ICC. I know about other things. So I think you people are doing the good job. So all the best for you. And I'll see what I can do with this ICC. Thank you very much.
Yes, and also if you can pass this to the members of your club and also to your district. So if you'll state your club name and your district number, that would be very helpful for us. And then Nagioti, you're going to be up next. My dear, good to see you here. If you'll unmute. Sampath, your club and your district.
Yeah, I'm from Rotary Club of Tiruvannamalai, District 3231. It's
Fantastic.
near Chennai.
We invite everyone out of your district. Nagioti, are you still with us? Nagioti? I don't know if we've lost her or not. Okay. Nagioti, are you still with us? Maybe not. I'm just looking through to make sure that we've recognized everyone that's on here. Rahul, I'm going to let you close out. If you could say a few words about what you're excited, what's coming out of this special session today, and where you see us being in, say, the next week or 2 weeks as far as organizing and now starting to bring in the registrations.
Well, thank you, Dr. Sam. Well, if you talk about myself, I'm super excited, and I can see everyone who is here is like super excited about this, coming event of Pathway to Peace at Ahmedabad, India, from March 11 to the April 6, 2025. And I can see the enthusiasm and the excitement all between us, and which will really take us all forward and bringing a big message to this whole world, related to peace. And listening to all the leaders, today I am really, privileged that the way we will be coming together on this event would be just wonderful. And it would be something top of the world, which we will all cherish for years to come. So thank you everyone who is here, and would appreciate, and asking an appeal to everyone who is here to circulate this registration form in max numbers, in max WhatsApp groups, and on many emails. So we have more registrations. And on the same side, we will be putting more effort in India itself to get more and more Rotarian friends and family to join on this great, mission of bringing peace together. So thank you.
Rahul, thank you for your now 3 years of support and dedication. Also, Larry, we met in Houston, discussed this, and I think Natalie and I met about the same time. And of course, Kenny Barnes and I have been together now almost 20 years through the Rotary Club of Washington, D.C. to bring about peace with the inner city. And we have our lumps and bruises to show for it, but we keep moving on. But thank you to everybody that's here. We're going to close out on behalf of Vijay, who is the India Division President, and myself, Dr. Sam Hancock of Washington, D.C. in the United States, the Division President for the USA. We thank all of you for being here, your dedication, and please be in contact directly with Rahul, Rajendra, the others that are here, and hopefully we'll be hearing from Neeraj at our next meeting, and by then the peace polls, the groves, everything will be fully settled. And then also we have the addicts from Istanbul, Turkey, that are helping us, one on the security side and also for the final design and signage for the peace polls themselves. So to the addicts in Turkey, thank you very much. So thank you all. And you have my particulars right in front of you for website, email, and WhatsApp number. And we look forward to being with you again at our next meeting. I'll announce that. That's going to be the third Thursday of February on the 20th, February 20th, the same time that we're here for this meeting. And we welcome you and bring as many people as possible to hear the message. And then hopefully moving right into March, everything will be kicking off in a very dramatic and pleasing and comfortable way. And thank you all again, and have a great day. Bye-bye, and have a great evening in the other parts of the world.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you,
so much.
everyone. Yeah, good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.